Thank you to for allowing me to be here. Thank you to for extending the invitation. And thank you to each and every one of you who are participating in this Zoom this evening. I tell people everywhere I go, well, particularly before COVID, but I tell people everywhere I go, my greatest passion in life is speaking. And so if I were not here with you all speaking this evening, I promise you I would be right here at the house talking to myself. So I appreciate your open minds, your your listening ears, and your willingness to allow me to share with you my great life's work. One of the things that I know foundationally, and here's what, let me go ahead and prep and prepare you that I am open to take questions. So if there is something that resonates with you, if there is something that pricks your heart, if there is something that punches you in the gut and you need to say, now wait one moment, what did you mean by that? Or how can I shift it for me? I welcome your questions, and I'll allow to either direct us on how we do that. But one of my great passions and my life's work is to share with people the true power of your thoughts and the true power of your words. So oftentimes we're told that you can speak those things that be not as though they were. And they told you to speak things into existence. But did anybody actually tell you how? They told you that death and life are in the power of the tongue, but did they tell you how to flip the switch on that power? They told you that you have the power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the powers of the enemy. But did they tell you how to actually take the plug and plug it into the socket so that the light, so that the power comes on and stays on and you're able to use it literally at will? I have to let you know that foundationally, what I believe and what my work is based in. And here's what I've said it 1,000 times before. I'll say it 1,000 times more. You do not have to believe what I believe, but you do have to believe what you believe. All right. You'll get that as the time goes by. You don't have to believe what I believe, but you do have to believe what you believe, because you believe in your heart and you confess what with your mouth. That's how things are made manifest. So again, you must believe what you believe. But foundationally, what I believe and what my mindset management and manifesting with Mercedes teachings are steeped in and grounded in is that when God framed the worlds, when he created the universe, he thought it, he spoke it, and it came to pass. And he gave us the exact same power. Everything that you're currently living is because you thought it and you spoke it and you believe it in your heart. Everything that you have seen made manifest is because you thought it and you spoke it and you believe it in your heart, and it has come to pass. The key thing for you to know is that whether it's positive or negative, whether it is beneficial or detrimental, whether it is prosperity or whether it is poverty, your mindset is why you are where you are, regardless of what mama and them did, regardless of what the slave masters did, regardless of what the mailman did. Your responses, your choices, they are all steeped in your mindset. And if you are going to shift your life, you've got to do a self-examination. You've got to take an introspective journey to determine what thoughts are serving me and what thoughts are not serving me. What of my thoughts and beliefs are helping me, and what of my thoughts and my beliefs are hindering me? And too often we don't understand that in this great life, a belief is simply a thought that you keep thinking over and over and over again. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. If you keep thinking it, it becomes a belief. Doesn't matter if it's scientific or if it's spiritual or if it's total complete hogwash. Guess what? If you keep thinking it, it is what you believe, and it is why you continue to experience in your life what you experience. And so the great shift has to take place in order for you to truly tap into your power and create whatsoever it is you desire for your life, personally, professionally, spiritually, physically, and financially. So what I often tell people is, and mentioned this when she so eloquently introduced me, mindset management and manifesting, proven principles, practical application, profound results. It's proven principles, you all, because it's biblical principles. Everything I do, whether I do it at the university, whether I do it in corporate America, or whether I do it at the church house. And let me tell you, if you put your city and your state in the comment section, I promise you that I have been to every single one of them at least 2 or 3 times. I have keynoted and trained in 49 of these 50 United States of America. I have keynoted and trained in every major city and state except for Alaska. Is somebody in from Alaska? Can you call me and get me to Alaska so we can round it out to 50, right? So I have trained and keynoted in 49 of these 50 United States, and the principles are proven, whether it's in the secular world or whether it's in the spiritual world, because they're biblical principles, and the word never goes out and comes back void. Practical application is practical application because I share with you specifically what to do to shift your mindset. I share with you specifically what to do and what to say, and how you transform your existence so that you can manifest what you desire. It's profound results because you all, it doesn't matter if it's $10 or if it's $10,000. If it was not there before and you wanted it and you spoke it and it came to pass, that's profound. Does not matter if it's a cut on your finger or if it's cancer in your body. If you spoke to it and it healed, that's profound. Matters not whether you are in a situation where it takes 10 people praying and believing with you, or whether it's you by yourself. A mustard seed is a mustard seed. If it was there and now it's gone, that's profound. If it was not there and now it's here, that's profound. That is the power that each and every one of us possess. Clearly, in your life, if you make an intentional decision to shift your mindset, then you have the power and you tap into your power to manifest. One of the things that I tell you, as I have told so many people many times before, is that manifesting is not about making things appear, although you can. But manifesting is about creating an environment of love and joy and peace, so that what you want to see made manifest flows to you and through you more easily and more effortlessly. We finished the first round of the 72 Days of Amazing, which is a group program that I do. And there was a lady. Now, let me tell you this. In the 72 Days of Amazing, there were about 20 people who signed up. There were about 15 people who were active consistently. In that 72 days, you all, that 15 people manifested, wait for it, $1.5 million. You do the darn math. Your calculator the same as mine, right? 72 days, can I testify? 72 days, $1.5 million. And here's what, it was verifiable. They sent deposits, they sent check stubs, they sent whatsoever it was that proved that they weren't just saying it, that they actually did it. But here's the caveat, you all. They didn't start new businesses. They didn't go into new companies. They didn't inherit money. Do you know what they simply did? They simply shifted their mindset. And when they shifted their mindset and created an environment of love and joy and peace, then the blockages that were previously up came tumbling down. The roadblocks that were previously in the way, they miraculously and magically opened up. Everything that they had been praying for, some of them for more than a decade, some of them for 2 decades, it was a simple mindset shift that caused them to manifest the money, caused them to manifest the new car, caused them to manifest the new house, caused them to manifest the new job. And what you have to understand, one of my foundational teachings is everything you have is everything you need to get everything that you want. Yes, that's a t-shirt. Everything you have is everything you need to get everything you want. And too often we are looking on the outside of us. We are waiting for somebody to come and rescue us. We are waiting for someone to swoop in and make everything all right, when the truth is your gifts, skills, talents, and abilities are the answer that you need. The resources that you currently have and have access to is what you need. The mindset and the power that we were given as believers, whatsoever it is you believe, but the mindset that we were given as believers is all you need to make a shift. But you have to do so intentionally, and you have to be conscious, and you have to be cognizant of what it is that you're doing. One of the ladies in the 72-day program, she had been trying to get her house back for more than 10 years. Credit score wouldn't budge. Bank wouldn't give her nothing. She said she was absolutely sick and tired of dealing with the whole situation. She tapped into the 72-day program, and within 3.5 weeks, her credit score shot up. She got approved for financing. That Lexus she had been driving for the last 15 years, guess what? They took it. Why? Because she went and got her a new car. Y'all, she didn't get the Lexus and the new house because she didn't get joy and peace because she got the Lexus and the new house. She got the Lexus and the new house because she got what? Joy and peace. Simple shifts make a difference. It wasn't all about money. Now, let me just tell you this. The word says, Ecclesiastes 10:19, that money answereth all things. So what I want you first and foremost, if you taking down notes, is to write down what you won't say no more. What you won't say no more is it's not about the money. It is about the money. Too many of y'all say, I don't do this for the income. I do it for the outcome. I do it for the outcome and the income, right? Because what I said before is, y'all, we helping people pay their bills. We putting clothes on back. We putting shoes on feet. We putting food on tables. You need some darn money. Yes, money answereth all things. But in that 72-day program, in addition to $1.5 million, there was a lady in the program who was dealing with a situation with her mother. Her father passed away. Simple mindset shift. We talking about shifting our minds, right? 2021 for you all is the year of the shift, right? That's what they told me. Her father passed away. When her father passed away, her mother was so heartbroken. She was holding on to everything. So she quickly became a hoarder. Room to room to room, packed to the ceiling with stuff. So much stuff in the house that the mama started putting stuff in the automobile. She said, Mercedes, I don't know what else to do. I've tried to get her counseling. I've tried to talk to her. Listen, you can talk your head off to people. If they're not ready to shift, then guess what? They're going to keep doing whatever it is that they're doing, because 95% of our actions and our behavior are driven by our subconscious mind. You pack on top of that emotional trauma, you pack on top of that mental turmoil, and you got a whole nother windstorm all wrapped up together. So I say, here's what. Now, here's the other thing you all know, and you old school Christians, y'all gonna be all right, because you need to hear this too. I am all about energy. I am all about vibration. So I said, what you want to do is shift the energy concerning how you communicate with her. Shift the energy. And so she simply began to have conversations with her mother in her head. Now listen, old school Christians and new school Christians, you want to hear scripture? Here it go. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. Too often we think that's just about God the Father. Too often we think that expected end, you all, is about the end of our lives or the end of a vision or the end of a dream. But that end is about your everyday conversation with your mama and your daddy. That end is about your internal thoughts and internal conversations with your husband and with your wife. So whatever it is you're entertaining, it's either peace or it's evil. So instead of focusing in her mind about the mess in the house, about hoarding, about how it's unhealthy, she simply began to entertain the thoughts of the expected end that was what? Good. She texted me one day and she said, Mercedes, do you know my mama done started taking some of that stuff out the truck? You surprised? I'm not surprised. That's what the words say. Can you say profound results? She then said the mama began to allow them to move some of the things out of the house. Why? Because everybody's energy and everybody's end thought was focused on mama's not healthy, mama's hoarding, the house is a mess, and every evil thing that they did not want their mama to experience. Y'all, evil ain't always somebody casting spells and working witchcraft, right? Evil ain't always somebody's the serpents and the scorpions. Sometimes the evil that you're entertaining is simply the opposite of what you desire for yourself or for somebody else. The expected end shifted, and so the results shifted in the life of her mother. You all, can I just let you know what you already know? That your words have power. The original meaning of the word abracadabra is I create as I speak. Abracadabra, I create as I speak. So when you're speaking cleanliness and order over your mother, you're speaking life. When you're speaking success and prosperity over your children, abracadabra, you're speaking life. When you are speaking growth and expansion over your business, over your ministry, abracadabra, you are speaking life. But what you have to do is realize that as you use your thoughts and words, if you are not intentional concerning crafting what you desire to see grow and expand and multiply, then you will always go back to what you previously knew. You will always return to what is comfortable to you. You will always end up at the same level that you have always experienced, unless and until you make a conscious decision to shift your mind and to shift your thoughts and shift your words, which in turn causes you to shift your actions so that we can walk in the measure of provision and in the measure of prosperity that we are promised. You have the power. You have the power to shift your thoughts and to shift your words, but you have to do it intentionally. I'm going to say this one last thing because I'm rolling up on We've been going about 30 minutes. Y'all know this is my great love. I can go all night, but I ain't going to go all night. So listen, I'm going to say this one last thing, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, or if there are no questions, I'm going to turn it back over to me. But I'm open to ask your general or to ask your specific questions. And I'm gonna say this: 72 days amazing. There's another round that's about to start. So if you're interested, the website is 72daysofamazing.com. And that's the number 72daysofamazing.com, where you can get more information and you can get signed up tonight. So listen, it's two main aspects to manifesting, to mindset management and manifesting. There's the spiritual side and there is the scientific side. The spiritual side is what we have been promised. That's the word, that's the promises of God for provision and for prosperity. Then there's the scientific side. The scientific side is about, again, energy and vibration, but it's also about how your brain processes information. It's also about how your subconscious mind drives your behavior. So what I love is that I have the great charge and the great commission of letting you know and letting those I come into contact with know how the spiritual and the scientific mesh together to cause an explosion of power that allows you to abracadabra, create what you want in your life. If your current thoughts and beliefs do not serve you, it's time for you to do a shift. To reprogram your mind, you need the scripture, transform your mind daily, renew your mind daily. You are always either renewing or you are transforming. If what you're currently thinking and speaking and living is not what you desire, you have got to shift and transform your mind. If, however, you love your life exactly the way it is, then every day you make a conscious decision to renew that which you desire to consider continue to be made manifest. I want you to know that as it relates to money, as it relates to health and healing, as it relates to anything in your life that you desire. I don't know what just happened to that little thing, that little icon, but whatsoever it is you desire for your life, you've manifested before. Most of the time, most of you manifest when you're desperate. Most of you manifest when you're in dire straits. Most of you manifest when your family member about to lose their house, lose their car, or they just lost their job. You have the power to manifest and you've used it before. What I encourage you to do is now begin to use your power to shift so that literally you can speak a thing and it come to pass. Literally, you can speak blessings to somebody in your life and it is made manifest. Literally, you can tap into your own power of omniscience to know and experience and realize and see that we were designed in his image. He thought it, he spoke it, it came to pass, and we have the power to do the exact same